be re-referred to the Ways and Means Committee with a re-referral to the Environment Finance Committee.
All right, a motion before us. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion prevails, and 2258, as amended, is on its way to Ways and Means. Representative Hansen, you have the next bill, 2267. Would you like to move your bill?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I would move House File 2267 to be re-referred to the Ways and Means Committee with a re-referral to the Environmental Finance Committee. And I do have an A1 amendment.
All right. Would you like to move your amendment?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would move the A1 amendment to get the bill in the shape I would like.
All those in favor of the A1 amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion prevails. The amendment is adopted. Representative Hansen, you can go ahead with your bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And members, this is a carpet stewardship bill. Members who've been here for several years may remember that this moved through the legislature in 2013 and almost became law, but sputtered at the end of that session. I have some updated data that I think is important to look at when we're talking about the bill. There were 135,000 tons of carpet waste generated in Minnesota per year. 60,000 tons per year are discarded in municipal solid waste. 40,000 tons per year are discarded in C&D landfills. 29,000 tons per year are combusted in waste-to-energy facilities. 6,000 of that 135 tons per year are recycled. Carpet is 2 to 3.5% of the municipal solid waste stream. There is 30 to 40 pounds per capita of carpet generated per year. It's increasing every year. And if you've been looking at the news or following, our waste continues to be generated. We are running out of landfill space, and carpet is one of the largest, a large component. We have a poor role on waste recycling for carpet. So this develops a carpet stewardship program in Section 2, and it has a series of definitions about carpet on page 2 and into page 3. It talks about a carpet stewardship program. So for all carpet sold in the state, producers must individually or through a stewardship program implement and finance a statewide product stewardship program that manages carpet by reducing carpet waste generation, promoting its reuse and recycling, and providing for negotiation and execution of agreements to collect, transport, and process carpet for end-of-life recycling and reuse. It sets by July 1st, 2021, no producer, wholesaler, or retailer may sell carpet or offer carpet for sale in the state unless the carpet producer participates in an approved stewardship plan, either individually or through a stewardship organization. There's a requirement to submit a plan. Talks about the content of the plan on page 4. Talks about consultation in subdivision 6. Agency approval in subdivision 7. The availability of the plan in subdivision 8. Talks about producer responsibilities on page 6. Retailer responsibilities. Stewardship reports, agency responsibilities, sales information provided to the commissioner under this section are classified as private or non-public data. Local government responsibilities and administrative fee. And then it has a report to the governor at the end. And that is the bill as amended. I know there are several testifiers who would like to provide comment on the bill.
Representative Hansen, did you invite any testifiers, or you'd like to go first?
I've had several contact me from both sides, so right. Encourage them to come forward.
All right. I think the first person we had on our list. Well, here we've got Commissioner. Please introduce yourself for the record and proceed with your testimony.
Thank you. My name is Victoria Reinhardt. I'm on the Ramsey County Board of Commissioners, and I saw no reason to be shy and just come up and start. In addition to being on the as part of my job on the Ramsey County Board of Commissioners, I currently serve as chair of the Partnership on Waste and Energy, which is Hennepin County, Ramsey, and Washington counties. I also serve as vice chair of the Environment, Energy, and Land Use Committee for the National Association of Counties, and as a member of the Environment and Natural Resources Committee for the Association of Minnesota Counties. And I bring all of those up because each of those entities has a platform position in support of product stewardship. One of the obvious reasons for that is for the environmental impacts, and I'll go into those a little bit, but also because oftentimes the cost associated with end-of-life management falls to local governments, and so it's also an economic issue for the counties, especially the counties. So I guess I would like to talk a little bit about the materials benefits of recovery. Minnesota, as I believe you all know, has a recycling goal of 75% by 2030. And if the yield on recovered carpet is at 45 to 60%, which will become the post-consumer products and similar products, we would not only have carpet recycling, but conserving landfill space, preventing operational problems in waste processing, as you can imagine, going through a refuse-derived fuel facility or something like that, and incineration that result from carpet. It's also an issue of markets, because with China's recent refusal to accept and process American plastic waste, advocates and researchers are urging America's carpet manufacturers to improve the recyclability of their products and take responsibility for the waste they create. And therefore, market development is focusing on domestic manufacturing away from the export markets. We do have one company, well, I'll get into that in a minute, the greenhouse gas benefits. Since carpet is primarily made from petroleum, and therefore reuse and recycling would have significant greenhouse gas benefits relative to landfilling or incineration. The WARM model, and please don't ask me what WARM stands for because I don't remember, forecasts that Minnesota would reduce greenhouse gases by 333,763 metric tons of CO2e if all the carpet generated were recycled. That's the equivalent of 71,000 passenger vehicle miles driven, or 58,000 homes electrical consumption, or 365 million pounds of coal. So it gives you an idea of what could happen. Now, do I think that we'll get to 100% of carpet being recycled in Minnesota? No, but the fact of the matter is we have less than 3.5% being recycled today, and we can do so much better than that. Recycling 1 ton of carpet, this is according to the Eunomia report, I think I'm stating that correctly, and was cited in the California greenhouse gas study, said that recycling 1 ton of carpet can prevent up to 2.36 tons of CO2 release compared to landfilling, and can prevent up to 3.46 tons of CO2e compared to incineration. Minnesota has been dealing with manufacturers and the industry for voluntary programs over 20 years, but again, we only are in single digits for recycling, and with only one facility in operation to recover and recycle. There's also another benefit to recycling of carpet, and that is the job benefits. If Minnesota recovered 50% of the discarded carpet, that would be approximately 65,000 tons per year. That would support an estimated 195 direct jobs and up to 650 indirect jobs associated with new product manufacture. We have one carpet recycler right now in Minnesota that has 15 jobs for processing of about the 6,000 tons per year. The California study and also the TELUS Sound Resource Management study cited in California's GHG study estimates that a net of 12 to 14 direct and indirect jobs per 1,000 tons recovered textile waste would be gained relative to disposal. And that seems to be consistent throughout the proprietary information on the industry standards as well. The market development framework and support, manufacturer efforts support additional training and outreach for flooring contractors and professionals. The assessments report supports end market processors and fulfills goals of landfill diversion, post-consumer content and products, and greenhouse gas savings. And I guess going back to the stewardship programming financing included in the bill and the modulated assessments, I guess what I would say there is I have been involved in this area for quite some time. And so I remember the electronics discussion, and I remember actually before that the appliance discussion and going forward. The most recent one that I was very much involved with was the paint product stewardship. And I think the essence of this bill is very similar to that, and that is letting the industry work through that process to make it work for the industry and for Minnesotans, and takes the burden off of local governments through this stewardship organization. I can tell you that when I was working on the paint product stewardship bill, that the industry said that they wanted to do this voluntarily in Minnesota. And I said, go ahead, but if you find that you need legislation to level the playing field, then you need to bring it forward, which is exactly what they did. Because what they found was when you have something that's simply voluntary, you do not have the buy-in from all, and so some are skating by without having to do it, and others are not. So because this is an industry-led product stewardship organization that would deal with this, just as it did with with paint, it did give a level playing field, and the industry was able to move that forward. So the carpet manufacturers hopefully will be behind this so that we can move it forward, and they have control over its destiny. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. If we have any other members of the public wishing to testify, please come up, and any additional people, if you want to take seats kind of back there so we're ready to get moving. We do have a couple more bills this evening, and it's been a long week, so. Please state your name for the record and proceed with your testimony.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. For the record, my name is Molly Peterson, and I'm testifying on behalf of Fiber Commercial Technologies located in Mankato. Fiber Commercial Technologies uses recycled carpet fiber from landfill-destined post-consumer carpet waste streams to manufacture outdoor building materials. This is a patented process developed by the founders of the FiberCon Composite Decking Company, an industry leader in the outdoor living category of the composite decking industry. The company has invested $30 million in the Mankato plant site and business in the last 30 months. The process they use utilizes carpet fiber from landfill-bound carpet discards compressed to create a plywood-like sheet of material that is further finished into building products. The plant at capacity will consume an estimated 66% of the annual total collectible waste stream of carpet discard in the state of Minnesota. But right now, the company currently sources its fiber from California, where a developed and operating stewardship program provides predictable financial support to recycling effort, creating diversion from the landfill. Thanks to this program, the recycling rate for carpet in California is 15 to 16% and estimated to grow to 24% over the upcoming few years. By contrast, the national carpet recycling rate is currently 2% and is projected to remain stagnant or decline. Although carpet sales in the country are moderately declining due to alternative ceramic and vinyl technologies, the volume of carpet still being sold is massive at 7 billion pounds per year, and the amount predicted to be discarded in the future is many magnitudes larger. This problem needs a solution, and multiple states have begun the effort to create stewardship programs with an economic mechanism to reduce the landfilling of carpet waste. Minnesota, with Fiber Commercial Technologies, has an opportunity to completely alter the current waste stream of carpet entering its landfills. We urge the state of Minnesota to create a sustainable stewardship organization and funding mechanism to permit private company solutions to a very difficult waste stream recycling challenge. We look forward to working with Representative Hansen, members of this committee, the Pollution Control Agency, and stakeholders on this important issue. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you for your testimony. The next testifier could come forward. Please introduce yourself for the record.
Hello, Chair and committee members. My name is Kirk Kadelka. I'm Assistant Commissioner with the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. And I'm going to keep this quite brief. We've already talked about the various benefits, environmental benefits of the conserved resources, the greenhouse gas benefits from